4. All right. So good evening, everyone. I'm still trying to get a handle on who is here with us, our wonderful friends. If you have never been to a presentation before, just drop a 1. Let me see. I see the chat jumping off here. Drop a 1 in the chat. All right. A 1. Okay, so David, this is the first time that you are coming to the presentation. Is there anybody else who is coming to this demonstration of our Safe to Trade product for the very first time? Is there anyone else? It's just David. All right, so everybody else here has come once or twice before, and you either have it already or you're looking to get it in short order. So David, I'm going to pick on you for a little bit, but in a nice, friendly way. David, have you had exposure to trading before now? You might have to unmute your phone, your line.
Yes, I have.
You have, okay, wonderful. What are you, beginner, intermediate, advanced? What level would you say that you are at?
I do okay.
Okay, fabulous. So you actually trade profitably?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. Since you are looking at the system, who invited you today?
Esther.
Okay, wonderful. Hey, Esther, how are you? Esther is the bomb.
I'm great, Bridget.
Wonderful. Welcome back again to this call, Esther. So David, do you mind if we give you the floor and you can have all the attention that you want to get all your questions answered? And I'm just gonna ask you to track along with me so we can agree on how trading is usually done. Is that all right?
That's perfectly fine. Thank you.
Wonderful. So what's your favorite pair that you usually trade? Indices or currency, stocks?
Sure, I trade mostly the NAS 100.
Okay. Everybody loves NAS and US 30, right? Big money.
Yeah.
Big money game. Okay, fantastic. What's your biggest challenge in trading NAS, you would say?
That's a really good question. Probably consistency.
Okay. You trade on pullbacks, or you trade with certain rules and strategies, and you trade safely.
I've got certain.
Hello, Tom. Hello, darling. I've been meaning to phone you last.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can get you muted here. Someone is having a conversation. Let's see if we can mute your phone. Okay, great. Thank you, Dr. Harry. All right. Sorry, David, about that.
No worries. For me, I trade. I look for pullbacks, and I'm a very disciplined trader. I wait for momentum. I identify a momentum shift to bullish and take advantage of the momentum on the bullish side.
Okay. All right. So you usually use indicators, your support resistance lines, Fibonacci. What do you use?
It's a combination of all that. Very strong with Fibonacci. Wait for a pullback into certain zones, and then I watch for a positive momentum shift to the bullish. And I use a lot of the directional movement index, MACD. I love the MACD.
Oh yeah.
So I trade what I call it the sequences. So you have your positive sequence, negative sequence, and I look to come from a negative sequence into a positive sequence combined with momentum.
Okay, excellent. So I have a funny feeling, therefore, that you have long passed. I'm going to share something on the screen here. You've long passed the drifting season of trading. You've had your wins, and you've had your downtime, and you've had your recalibration of your strategies. You've gotten into your comfort zone, and now you sort of have a way that you know to trade that gets you some decent success. You have a little bit of trading maturity. Would you say you're on the right side of this chart here? You're not on the left of this chart.
The other key thing, when I was explaining this to some folks today, is for me to be, I identify myself. Are you a bull or are you a bear?
Right.
And what I mean by that is, if I'm a bull, then I need to be patient and look for opportune times at a lower risk to go long. right? And be patient to let that cycle end. And some ways I identify that is I'm looking for higher time frame, being in a negative sequence on a MACD. I'm looking for the market to be more in a fearful, oversold zone. And then I'm looking for the shift from the negative momentum to the positive momentum.
Okay, I
And
got
then
it.
taking along from that position.
Awesome.
And I find it takes a lot of patience because, you know, most of us, you know, we come to the charts trying to trade every single day or any time of the day, and really having that patience to wait out that sell cycle and take advantage of the next buy cycle.
Okay, I understand. And you would say that that takes up a lot of time, huh? You use TradingView to mark
Exactly.
up your charts as well?
Yeah, and I think, you know, for myself and for others is having that patience and also having the time to let that all develop. And
What if,
from what I see, what you're showing too is, you know, having that ability to just have a signal that can alert you, now's the time, where
right?
you're not having to spend hours and hours and hours researching and watching your charts. If you could just have it as simple as having a signal indicate, hey, if you're a bull, now's the time, or if you're a bear, now's the time, and just trade off that signal.
Okay, so that's a good segue. Let's start there. I will start and go from back to front, and just kind of end this little demonstration with who we are as a community, which you would have figured we're a trading community. We're an academy, and we do have courses, videos, beginner, intermediate, and advanced level to bring someone to where you have already passed. Someone brand new, novice, could come in here, learn the basics of trading, learn about price action and market structure and support and resistance and all those kind of things, from the, you know, what is a pip, you know, from the very basic. And then they would have to master that which they've learned. You're past that stage, and so you're looking now how you can be a consistently profitable trader. And I think that this is probably going to be why you will be excited about our Safe to Trade product, because not only does it make you extremely profitable, but it definitely saves time. And what this does is it's useful that you know about trading before now. But even if you didn't, this company, I should say, this technology here only needs 4 rules, and embodied in those 4 rules is at least 22, 24 or so what we would call verifications or confirmations, sort of like indicators. Yes. So all the confirmations that you would do using your Fibonacci, using your RSI, using your moving averages and all these things, those are different ways that you would normally identify a trade and then verify, confirm. You would agree? You want to get all those confluences in a certain percentage of what looks like it's going to be a profitable trade before you take a trade. You would agree?
Absolutely.
Right. So imagine if you had a structure like this that embodied all of those things and only gave you 4 rules. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you just need 4 rules. And if you can bend your mind to follow 4 rules and trust this system, I'm going to show you exactly how it would play out very nicely. So you're obviously familiar with this line. I'm looking at the top of this chart right here, this red line here, that's a moving average line. You see that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you might be familiar with the blue line. We won't get into the blue line just now, but we do have a strategy to trade to the blue line, but a little bit more intermediate. But just even for the others who might have joined since we started speaking, just to give you just a synopsis of what this potential is, and just know that everything we show you today is a basic overview, and that the system has the capability to do some seriously advanced trading. But it's going to demonstrate that even a novice, so clearly you can totally kill this, but even if a novice could get results with these 4 rules I'm about to show you. So the developer has come up with this, I'm not going to say it's a bot because it's not a bot. Part of it has a bot type technology, but it really is a technology generally. I have 2 charts up on the board so that I have split the screen. This is going to be the 1 minute screen over here, and I can put over here a higher time frame, say 5 minutes. Okay. Currently, we're looking at the S&P 500 at the moment. So Ruby, I call you right back. So that's the chart we're looking at right now. What the rules of this are very simple. We're looking for the general. Let me see if I can get the icon of the safety trade for you. Hang on one second. Our safety trade logo looks like this. Let me show it to you real quick, because one of the things we look for is sort of the shape of the safety trade logo. It was deliberate, the developer. Do you see the back of the bull where the upward arrow, it has a flat part going up, sort of stabilizes, comes down. And when it gets here, that's the point on our safety trade technology that says the trade is about to take off. Similarly, in the converse, if it's going to be a down trade, you would sort of see a trend looking like a consolidation, a going down, or more consolidation, kind of going up. And when it gets to this lower consolidation point, it's going to just take a dive. So we sort of look loosely for this general shape. If it's going to go up, we're looking for this shape. If it's going to go down, we're looking for that shape. That's one of the things we look for loosely. All right, so let's get back to the actual chart. So as we're looking at our chart, the top one is where our bars are, and we'd kind of be, if you didn't have a scanner, because this safety trade system comes with a scanner. So if you didn't come with a scanner and all you had was a safety trade, you'd sort of be looking very loosely along the trade, along the trends. You'd kind of be looking for that viewpoint where that I just showed you, the shape. You'd be looking for a consolidation, you're looking for it to go down, kind of go across, kind of go up and heading down. That's what you'd be looking for. All right. The second thing that the developer has programmed in here is that you look for the candlesticks to be above or below the moving average line, depending if it's going to be a buy or a sell. Okay, so for now, if it was setting up to be a sell, for example, you would see a red arrow pop up, and the arrows would be above, actually below the moving average line, and you're looking for it to stay here, and once it crosses over the line, it should set up for a sell. Okay, so you'd be looking loosely for that shape on the back of the bull. And the third thing you'd be looking for is that these indicators at the very bottom, that's built into the system automatically, 1, 2, 3, 4 indicators, and a fifth indicator called a buck. You're looking for all of these to match the color of the arrow. Color of the arrow is red, so you're looking for everything to turn red. So, and then the fourth thing you're looking for is that the fourth indicator should turn the opposite color, such as green. All right, this is not a very good example. I'm going to go forward, but I just wanted to explain those 4 things. So let's say you're going along in life and you're looking for some of these rules to play out. So for example, let's look if this is a good one here. Let me look for one here. This is too close. Let me just look for a setup here to show you. Okay, so here is one. So let's say we're coming along in life right here, and you're observing the candles going up and down as they normally do. And you're looking here, and this is looking like a downward trend, wouldn't you say? David, would this look like a downward trend to you?
Yes.
Right. So usually you would have some kind of strategy that you're using to figure out what next to do. All right. In our safety trade, we're looking for some things to happen. We're looking for our shape on the back of our bull. We're looking for an arrow to pop up. Right now, we're not seeing an arrow. Now, that not to say that there are not trades that can be taken, but we're talking about a safe trade. So we're looking for arrows to pop up on the system to tell us what's going to happen. So there is an arrow there. There's an arrow. It's a green arrow. It's indicating that the trade should be going up. We're now immediately want to be making sure that all of our indicators down here line up to be green. But what you notice here is that it's not all green. That means we would not take this trade. We're looking for the simple rules to happen. And if this is green, this is green, this is almost green, this is red and red, that's not the safety trade setup we're looking for. So what we would do is we would keep going, because we're looking for the ideal setup where everything lines up. So here's another possible opportunity. There is our sort of shape here. It's kind of consolidating, kind of goes up, kind of goes down. We're looking for it to go up and then go down again. It's red. The candles are in place. And now we're looking for these to all line up. And look what happens. Everything comes red. The buck is red and all these indicators are red. So the next thing that we're looking for is for this fourth indicator, which is an indicator that identifies fake outs. You're familiar with fake outs, David? You know what a fake out is?
Yes.
Right. So we're looking for the fake out. The developer calls it the BS indicator. So it comes across here and we're looking for it to turn green. Did you see it turn green? It's kind of not enough. It's just this one little thing. But in theory, what would happen is when you see this green, it is almost like the trade would seem to be going up when it's not really going up. It's actually going to be coming down. And the indicator would tell us that. So it's faking out an upward motion, but it's really not going to be going up. It's really going to be going down. And we're looking for it to go down. And here it is. Here's a better one. But unfortunately, all the rules are not in place because look, it changed. So somebody who doesn't know how to trade would probably be trying to scalp this upward movement, probably trying to scalp this downward movement, and they'd probably get trapped in these retracements. Do you see these wicks, how big they are? People would have probably got their money all wiped out. We have safety trade to tell us, you know what, leave those ones alone. The market is changing. It's supposed to be going down, and it will go down if the buck didn't break, but the buck broke. So we know that that's no longer a good trade. So we're continuing along looking. Probably need to go on a pair that has some better setups than this. I didn't look at it well enough, but okay, so here's one. So here we're going. There's the red arrow. There are the candles going in place. Here's all four red. We're looking for this fourth one. This all five are red, I should say. We're looking for the fourth one to turn green. So what's happening here is, you know, some people might have thought, well, let's take a buy. You know, scalpers and more experienced people may or may not win that trade. What we're looking for a sell. And here is our sell setup here. Here it is, red, red, red. Here's a green. Here's a red. And it looks like it would now be going down into a sell. The next thing that we would have done is actually check our higher time frame as well, which, let me see if I can get this to the same kind of time here.
I'm sorry, I got a question for you. Is this chart live?
This is like I was behind. I was the chart. Let me show you live. Live is right here. I was
okay. The reason
behind.
why I asked that, could you look at the market open this morning at the 9:30 candle and the 10 a.m. candle?
All right, sure.
Please.
You are doing S&P 500 or what particular pair?
Doesn't matter. S&P 500 or NAS 100 is fine.
All right, let's do NAS since you love NAS. NAS 100. NAS 100 was very good today, by the way. There's lots of money here. So 9 o'clock this morning would be about 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh, like that 9:30 open and then the 10 a.m. the 10 a.m. time.
You're right, 9:30, 10:30. It's gonna be about, this should say about 1400. Harry, you would say about 1400 would have been about, it's gonna be about 1400.
9:30 a.m. at 7 hours. So that would be 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m., which is 16:30, I think, on the but it would say 4:30. If it says 4:30, it's 4:30 p.m.
Right, so it's about right here. All right, so let's just go on the two time frames. All right, so let me just sync this together. All right, so here we go. Why isn't it syncing that way? Right? No. Okay. So we're looking. Oh, I need to change this.
So look for 16:30.
Right, 16:30 is there. So NAS, see what I just did there, David? I just clicked on NAS over here and just dropped it here. So now we have NAS on the 1 minute over here. We have NAS on the 5 minute over here, and we're gonna head to the 4:30 mark right about here. All right. So open time would have been about here, 4:30 here. All right. That would be 9:30 this morning. And 1500 round about here would have been about the 10 o'clock mark. You seeing it? This is on the
Yeah,
one.
now if you go back to where that red arrow, see where your red arrow is? Indicate it?
Yes.
Yep, right there. So that, what time was that? That was,
That's
that's 9:50, that's
about
9:50.
that's about 5 minutes to 10.
yeah, that's that 9:50. Okay. Hey, you see, you would cut that, you catch that nice drop right there.
Right.
Red.
Yes, but it would really be right. So
And you're under the moving average right there.
right. So yeah, but the thing is that with our system, it would be green, green, green with the red. So green, 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 red says it's going to be going up. And then we'd be looking for red, red, red to go down. So there's a trade in there because we trade with filling the gaps things and on the down. But this wouldn't be a safe trade for people who don't know what they're doing. But people who, the more advanced people, would have taken this trade because this would be an indication of a buy, but the back broke to say it's going to be going down. So there are some more advanced trades to read these charts here to allow people, but we wouldn't have taken this trade like this for the safety trade because it didn't line up with all of the 4 rules. So if you go along here, you will see that it came here. Here's a sell. Here's a sell, red, 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 green, red. That's indicating a sell set up and it went and sold off right there. Got that sell. That would be a safe sell. Did this do a nice big drop? Sure. Did some people catch this? Absolutely. But if you wanted to be a cautious, safe trader, this is a safer trade that people would have taken using this system, especially for a novice. Okay, it would have told them this setup would have been there. This setup is also there. It's there. It's there very briefly. It's there, and but not according to the rules for a safe trade, but it's there. You following?
Yes.
Yeah. So the thing about this is, just like in regular manual trading, different traders have different strategies. Some might take very risky trade on retracements, and some will trade with different strategies, you know, halfway up candles and all kind of crazy things. They'll be scalping. But safety trade says we want people to have a very high probability of winning, and the confluences that this system spits out gives you a safe trade. And if you follow the rules to the T, you will win your trade 99% of the time, which is a really ridiculously high percentage that prior to this system, anyone telling you that they can tell you anything about a 95, 98, 99% system, you would tell them, boy, it can't be true. But we have seen that this system has been spitting out very, very, very accurate trades over the time. All right. So here is something here. Here's it's beginning to say, look out for the candles are is setting up. It has more red than green. The candles are setting up. The arrow pops up, and we're looking for all indicators to turn green. Right now, this is not a safe trade because the rule says everything must turn green. That's what we're looking for. So it's not quite there. It's kind of setting up, but it's not quite there. And it doesn't set up for long because it was setting up for green, and then here it breaks again, it's coming down. So it kind of gives indicators. People, advanced traders, can find trades like in this little spot right here, and they would have caught this buy trade right here because this space right here indicates a fill in the gap type trade is more intermediate advanced. So, and there's a little glimpse of yellow, I mean green here, green, little bit of red, green. The advanced training on the safety trade, sifting, people could have caught this little throw up here. But for the beginners, this is not a particularly safe trade, especially since they'd have been looking on the, why isn't it scrolling with me? 1800. They would have been looking at the higher time frame as well to see if it was a good trade. you know, we'll be doing that as well. Let me put this on the 1 minute and put this on the 5 minute and sync scroll it this way. All right, so that's better now. Is that syncing together? Yeah, that's better. So as we're looking, the 1 minute is now on the right side, okay, David? And it's sync scrolling with the 5 minute over there. So as we're going through and looking for an opportunity, all of these greens over here, we'd be looking at the higher time frame. Here's a setup for a buy. The candles are coming down, it goes under. We don't see the arrow popping up yet, but this would be sort of a buy here. Green, 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 red, green. And we would be looking over on the higher time frame and seeing that it has a tendency for green as well. And we'd be looking for that opportunity. And there is the buy right there. There it is. There it is. From here to here. From here to here real quick. Up it goes. Huh? So why did I put that there? So that is how it is. Are you following? Did it seem
Yes, I am. I
confusing?
do something very similar. I look to match my 1 hour, 15 minute, and my minute. So I know what you're doing.
Right. Okay. So this is basically our system, you know, and then we have a scanner. Harry, can you share your scanner? My scanner is not up yet. Hold on. Where's the Harry's gonna put his scanner on the screen.
Yeah.
The system comes with a scanner, and this allows the system to plot to identify hundreds of trades in a day. You can trade stocks, indices, metals, crypto, and currency pairs with this scanner. It has all trade suggestions for all these different asset classes, which is very, very, very powerful. So we love, love, love Safety Trade, because with the scanner attached to this, you can't lose. You could certainly be picking your favorite pair and looking for a setup in Safety Trade, but if you had the scanner, it will be sending you emails every day to say, hey, look at this pair, look at this pair. It even, you know, you might have heard Safety Trade alert will come on the screen, and you will know to go check out your pair. This is a scanner that's on the screen right here. And if you notice what's going on here, all of these are happening right now. Here's a new one that just came. What's this? Euro 30 is so fine, I can't see. This is Euro.
The bottom one is Euro USD on a 1 minute sell stop, and the top one is XRP USD on a 1 minute buy stop.
There
so if we run to Euro USD, for example, I know it's late in the day, so let me just bring that up for you, Ms. Buckner.
Yes,
Euro
please,
USD.
thank you.
I'm sorry,
USD is on the left, on the 5 minute, and is on the right on the 1 minute.
Right. Exactly. So there it is popping up. It's kind of, what time is it now? 3:30. So what does happen there is that the scanner just gave us an indication of a possible setup. So it's looking there for a sell stop, and you see there red, 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 green, red. And what we would do, this is the end, this is live, this is where it is right now. And this is the fake out right here. It's giving a fake out like it wants to go up. So maybe if somebody wasn't experienced, they would say, oh, wow, look at this. It's been coming down. It's look like it's going up. Somebody would probably jump into a buy trade thinking this is going to go up. But this fourth indicator here that the developer calls the BS indicator is identifying the fake out. This trade system is telling us this is expected to sell. Okay, so we look at the higher time frame on the left, and look, everything is red, and look at that steep back going down. It is likely to be a sell. We'll keep watching it, and we would more than likely come in here, probably put a sell stop right under the moving average line, and wait for that candle to come back down. We don't do market execution on the Safety Trade, David. We simply look at what the system is telling us. It's expected to come down. We simply drop a buy stop entry right underneath the moving average line. When that fake out green goes up, once it comes back down, it's going to hit our buy stop. It's going to trigger the trade. You'll be in the trade. You set your appropriate take profits and stop losses, and there you go. And that's exactly what would happen there. it is gonna turn back. There's the red candle forming again. And as soon as it hits this level, guess what would happen? Trade entered, boom. You'd be in the trade. Okay, and this is live right now, by the way. So this is and even although it's messing around there going up and down, this is why we don't do market execution, because someone who is not used to trading with buy and sell stops and probably watching this, and they saw that this was set up for a sell, they'd probably go, oh goody, look at this, a free trade alert, and they'd probably put the sell in and look, a pullback right away. But we don't do market execution. We put the buy stop in and look, the pullbacks won't bother us, because if it pulled back and didn't hit the buy stop, no problem, we're not in the trade. The minute it crosses the line though, we're in the trade, waiting for the money right there. And that red is gonna come on down. If the buck doesn't change, it's not changing. So the buck is still red, both on the 1 minute, both on the 5 minute, it's not changing color. It looks like it's going to keep on with the rules that the safety trade has told us. This is a sell, and all people would put a sell stop. It's a really, really great system, and you know, it really alleviates the errors that people make, the misjudgments. And even if you're a trader who say, boy, I don't really trust this thing, trade the way you normally trade, and I bet you're going to discover what many professional traders who use the system have discovered. There it is, you're in the money right there, you're in the bag right there. You discover what many professional traders have discovered, that, oh my goodness, this thing is almost predictive. I'm using the word almost predictive. Okay, disclaimer applied. Nothing is perfect. No one can say this is 100%. We could never say that, because no one knows the market. This is a live market. It's supply and demand. But these indicators are in real time, and it as every minute, every half an hour passes, it is going to adjust itself, and we will be able to just delete. If the market changes, we can delete, and because it's a buy stop, we wouldn't be in there and suffering from pullbacks and these things. We can just remove a buy stop if the rules that we have identified no longer are visible. The rules are not in place. We simply remove our buy stop and look for a new trade that does match the rules that we have. Make sense, David?
Yes. Question for you. Does the scanner scan for the DXY index?
Hold on, I'm just trying to get some people who, someone is off mute, they're distracting. I didn't hear you quite clearly, David. Go ahead.
Thank you. Does the scanner scan the DXY index?
Yes, it's on the screen.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we could even look at DXY. We could even look at, this is the 1 minute, 5 minute. But I think the 1 hour, 4 hour, looking at the 1 hour, 4 hour of the DXY could give you some really great opportunities. DXY, the dollar index, for those who don't know what that is, it's the futures. And you know, if you look on it on the hourly chart as well, and look at what's going on with it. Yeah, just helping BB to jump in a bit. But you can see there's a nice buy setup here on the 1 hour. It sold off and then it bought back up. This is what's called a dirty buy, because this changed from green to red. But if we check the higher time frame, which is the weekly, sorry, the 4 hour, it most likely would have been green at that time. You'd have looked at the 4 hour chart. Let me put them side by side. So you put the 4 hour over here and put the 1 hour over here. And then if we sync scroll them, you could see that this opportunity, when it changed, you could see that the buck was green on the 4 hour. So this should have been a nice opportunity. You could see the buy that took place. So the technology predicted that DXY was going to buy, which it did. All right, you can see that's a big move. And DXY pays a lot. And then, sorry, Bridget, let me just hand it back. I know trying to toggle between each other.
No, man, go right ahead, man, because this is
So David, let me whet your appetite a bit more, right? Let's go back to Nas, right? And let me show you some money that you're leaving on the table. Okay. What time frame do you trade, David? You said 1 hour. You said 1 hour, right? And 1 hour on the 5 minute. Is that correct?
I work my way from the I do analysis from the high time frames, and then I look for my entries on the lower time frames. So if I was looking at the market, say this morning, I would identify if I was in a negative sequence on the for momentum. So I'm looking to see if I've been down from, like you're showing the daily, the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Then I'm looking from the 1 hour down to the minute for the momentum to have shifted to buying. So if you looked at this morning,
Safety trade alert.
Okay, I'm not sure what happened. I hope it's not my network, but I'm not hearing David. David, you muted yourself? You muted yourself, David. Maybe a call came in.
yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yes, what I do is I'm looking for my levels from the higher time frame. So anywhere from a daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. So if I'm in the negative sequence on, say, a 1 hour, I'm on the bottom. What I'm looking for then is the momentum to shift to buying. I'm a very session. I look at when's the momentum most likely going to come. So if I'm coming into the US market, it's going to be 9:30 or that new candle at 10 o'clock. So what I'd like to see I don't know what chart, is that NAS on a 1 hour?
Yep.
Okay. If you could put this side, actually, if you could change that to a 30-minute chart, look at 9:30 for the market open.
9:30 this morning, right?
Yeah. And then look at a 1 minute chart next to it.
All right, so let me make this smaller. All right, so on the all right, so we have a 1 hour on the right. Okay, let me. All right, so 9:30 is when I sync scroll. All right, and we're gonna put 1 minute on the. All right, let's put 1 hour on the left. All right,
Actually,
and then we're gonna put 1 minute on the right. Okay.
right. Yeah.
All right, let's do that for everybody. All right, so the 1 minute is on the right, and the 1 hour is on the left. So what we're seeking to do is to get down to where it's 9:30 a.m. right? So that's 20.
Right. There's either going to be a move at
40.
9:30 or possibly that 10 o'clock, the new candle at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So here's how beautiful this is, right? Here's how beautiful this is. I'm going to give you something a little bit better than what we would normally have to do. All right, so 16. All right, 16. All right, 16. Where are we? Man, this thing is so small. Okay, that's 15, right? No, that's 20. That's 20. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, 16. All right, 16:30. All right. So here's how we are able to get what's going to happen in the market, because the 1 minute time frame is really what tells you what's going on right now versus the 1 hour, which tells you what the overall lay of the land is. So the 1 hour gives us the indication, okay, so the market is in a general buy or general sell trend, right? Is that that's, we look at the 1 hour to say, okay, the market is generally going up or it's generally going down. But here's what's great about this technology. What it also does is that it gives you, let's say you identify, I'm just using this as an example. Let's say identify on the 1 hour time frame, a buy setup. Okay, so green, red, green. Let's say this was green right here, right? Which it was here. This is a buy setup. You could see that from right here. Can you see that, David? Green, red, green. So that means that it was a buy setup, okay? Now, once we get a 1 hour that gives us this indication on the buy, we will know that within the next hour, 2 hours, there are going to be a lot of 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and 30-minute buy opportunities right here inside of this window. We know that up front based on how the system is predictive. So therefore, going into this morning, right, before session, we can know before session where the market is going to go. We know before session if it's going to go for a buy or it's going to go for a sell. And we can look at different time frames to tell. So I'm going to mark the time. I'm going to put a vertical line at 4:30. 4:30, right about here, right? Oops, it's not giving me my line yet. 1 second. All right, right here. Okay, good. All right, so good. All right, so then what I can do is that this is the 1 minute, right? So right now on the 1 minute, it's green. It didn't give me anything conclusive on the 1 minute going in, but it did give me a buy earlier on that was going to be a buy on the 1 minute, right? It ended up being what's called a dirty buy, but we could look at the 5 minute time frame at that time, and we could see that it did give us an indication that there was going to be a buy at market open because of this gap, right? This is our intermediate level, green, gap, green, right? Where market pull back. So we knew up front that there was going to be a buy at market open. So in our community, for those who know how to use the system, they would have been looking for a buy position on NAS at market open because of this. And then if we look at the 15-minute time frame, we could even tell if there was a setup. There wasn't one there, but we got a setup earlier. You see green, red, green. So we knew already that on the 15-minute time frame, there was going to be some buying pressure. So when the 15 minutes roll around, we know that there was going to be some buying pressure going into market open, right? And then if we look at the 30-minute time frame at about the same time, there was no setup clear on that, but it was an overall buy. And then if we look at the 1 hour at that time, it was an overall buy, but no specific setup saying buy or sell. But here's what's amazing about this, right? Is that you could go back, if you not go back, but whenever you get a buy setup or a sell setup, like it did here, David, right here, right? Where you see the setup, right? Then it gives us the lay of the land to know that going forward, we can go for some buys on the lower time frames. So you could start looking for 1 minute, 5 minute buys on this after you see this on the 1 hour. So once we see this on the 1 hour, once we get this right here on the 1 hour, right away, for those who know how that works, right away, start looking for 1 minute buys, Every time you see a 1 minute buy, which means that you're going to go down to the 1 minute chart at that time after, After that,
can you pause right there for just a second?
Okay, great. Go ahead.
Can you go back where you were just, I'm noticing something when you're talking about that gap. Okay. I see one.
So if you look on the left, right, which is the 1 hour, you see this green, red, green, right, where the market sold down, then this is a setup to start buying. And if we, so, go, I have to come back to here. All right, so come back to here. Every time you see on the 1 minute, this setup, you see, can you see it on the one, this is on the right-hand chart. Let me change, no, this is also 1 hour, change this to 1 minute, right? And all right, right here, okay, Bridget, I'm crucifying your presentation.
No, man, remember, I'm the one who brought you up for the scanner.
All right.
But this is great. This is great information.
All right. So here, right here, where it's sold off. You see where it's sold off. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Go back to the left just a little bit.
Yeah. So
what I'm noticing is those gaps that you talk about on the chart on the indicator that looks kind of like a MACD.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with the MACD. I'm a new. I'm
like right there.
Yeah.
You see how there's a gap right there, but your other indicators are all red. That I see how that's showing a possible sell-off right there.
Yeah. So this gap gives you an entry.
Predicting the sell-off.
Yes, this gap gives you an entry. So this when it's coming up, right, and it's all and everything else is red. All right, this gap here is predicting an entry. It's giving you an entry to be able to take a sell. All right. And the green, when it turns to green, that's the beginner's indication to go ahead and safely putting a sell. Right. Which you could see the market sold off right after it turned green right here. Okay. All right. And then you could take out, here's another fill in the gap. Right. Here's another one. It did turn green here. Okay. So when it turned green here, the market was going up, but this should have been a really nice entry. to put in when it turned green, the little dot of green that shot on the screen, just a little dot, that little dot. This should have been a nice entry here for a sell. All right. You see that was a nice win on NAS. And then when it turned green here again, all right, another entry. This is very good for beginners. All right, you'll be able to put your entry in, get a safe trade. And then here's another one where the bot broke, but still a winning trade. So in other words, before market opens, if you check all the time frames, the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute up to the hour, you'll know before market opens what's going to happen. If you see news, the red folders, right, on Forex Factory or wherever, and this is for everybody, guys. Once you see the news folders, you could literally go and look on the various time frames, and it will tell you. Sometimes you'll have buying and selling pressure at the same time. You'll notice sometimes you'll see a 1 minute showing you a buy and a 5 minute showing you a sell, for example. All right, sometimes you'll see that. All right, and you need to go through the training properly to understand how to do that. But for beginners, for those who are new like me, right? I'm a little bit past the beginner, but I consider myself still learning how to take advantage of some of the higher time frame stuff. So the simplicity of it is that once you see it on the higher time frame, right? Once you get this on the higher time frame, you get a confirmation on the higher time frame that the market is in a buy. You could see this here. Then there are going to be some sells because these 1 hour candles have sells of 1 minute sells in them. Okay, but generally the market is going to buy. Okay, and then as you look over here, you're going to see that there's some going down and coming up as we're sinking. Let me make sure we're sync scroll. Are we sync scroll? All right, you're going to see some up and down movement. These 1 minutes are all bundled up inside of the 1 hour candles because generally the market is going up, and you're going to see the opportunities to be able to take those. All right, the market was going up, turn green here, turn red here. The bot broke, so that means that changed into a sell. Wait for everything to line up again for it to turn all red, and it changed back to green. So when it changed back to green here, it gave it the opportunity to look for a buy. Okay, and when you look for a buy in this case, you could see it gave a buy entry, a little bit of pips here, a little win right here, and then there's another one, and it gave a bigger move. Yeah, so the market entries that the market open that you're looking for, you're going to be able to see. If you do get the technology, you'll be able to see that it predicts where the market is going. Okay, before open, it's going to be on one of the time frames. Either it's going to be on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. You'll be able to see. And I was trying to find, because I remember this morning, there was at what time was it? 9:30 a.m. I remember it was this morning. It was showing us a 1 minute. Yeah, I'll find it. It was showing us a 1 minute buy, right? It was showing us a 1 minute buy on NAS. All right. It was a dirty buy. I remember clearly because I took it. It was a dirty buy, meaning the green turned to red right at bell, which was about 4:30, right? 4:30 on this thing, 16:30 on this thing. Where is that? 13. Okay, great. Okay, great. All right, right here. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay, so right here, you could see it was before market, okay? Before market open, it was green, red, green, right? You could see that here. And then it changed to red. Now, this is an intermediate advanced level trade because even though this changed to red, if we put this on the 5 minute time frame, okay? If we put this on a 5 minute time frame here, I will sync scroll. Let me just wait a second. All right, okay, good. It's almost there. If we sync scroll here, right, everybody, you could see that when market, okay, where's market open? Where is it? Moving all over the place. 4:55 now. All right. So here we go. Where was it? I messed this up. I was trying to find 1630. Okay, that's 21. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, right here was where market opened. Right here was where market opened. Okay, am I right? And then this is on the 1 minute. I'm getting my time a little mixed up. But yes, so before market opens or any time during the day, the chart is giving us information. So basically what's happening is that before market opens, we know ahead of time what position we should have. Should we have a buy position or should we have a sell position? Rather than we're waiting to see what the market does at open to decide where to go. So the system is giving us that data, and it gives us before news as well. So before news, I've seen it because I remember winning 86 pips on a news count in less than 30 seconds. And the system just showed it right before news. It literally gave it. Sometimes you get 25 minutes, 30 minutes notice ahead of time that the market is going to buy or going to sell based on this information. So yeah. So and then the last thing I'd say, and I hand it back, Bridget, is on the NAS on the 1 hour chart. All right, and let's go back to the 1 hour chart and just expand this. One of the things I love about it is that you could take positions for longer term moves, right? You could take position for longer term moves by simply opening up a trade and leaving it to go up. For example, here, green, green, green. You could see this right, David, green, 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 red, green, right? So right here, that means the market's going to buy in the 1 hour. So if you went ahead and you put in an entry here, all right, at this point, just when the market gave you that information, you put in an entry here, look what would have happened for that person. You'd have to put in a stop loss with enough money just in case the market pulls back on you. But look what would have happened for that person over a period of how many hours that is, right? That's 279 pips on one single trade that you put in based on this data and never touched it. All you did after that was just adjust you just what's called a stop profit. So when it comes up to here, you put your profit here. When it comes up to here, you call it a stop loss, but it's really a stop profit. When the market comes up to here, you could maybe adjust and come here. So if it pulls back on you, it knocks you out here and your profit would have been locked in from here to here. Or some people just make it right for a little bit longer. All right, you're going to see you would have been knocked out at this point anyway, all right, because the market came out down. So I love this particular trade because it gives people who are very busy, who do not have the time to be on the charts, an opportunity to just go to the scanner, all right, and pick out, let's say you like the indices, you could go to the scanner and pick out all the 4 hour trades and 1 hour trades on the indices and any asset, right? Not of currency pairs as well. And you could go and put in these 4 hour and 1 hour trades. They take sometimes days to develop properly, but you do not have to sit down on the charts and look at anything the way we are doing for those who are not really do not have the time to invest in analyzing this data and being able to make quick moves on a 1 minute chart to be able to take a trade. All right. So hopefully that helps somebody who was saying, man, I can't do this part with all the stuff that they're talking about. Just understand that you could do those 1 hour and 4 hour trades, and which means that you put them in, set them, you put your stop loss, and then every 8 hours every day you could check it to see where it is to decide if you want to take your profit at that stage or lock in your profit and keep moving up and trailing it as the market moves, right? And I believe that there's another one that just came up. You could see another one just came up last week. It's right there, right? When the market sold off here, you can see the sell-off. It gave you an entry for a 1 hour trade here, right? And you could have entered that trade right here and you'd have won all of these pips right here. And it kept going up and it's still going up. So those who took that trade, I call this out when we're on here last week, right? Because these are 1 hour candles. So this is about 3 days ago. What date was that? That was on the July 28th, right? So isn't this amazing, David? I mean, look at this, right? We've got this call out here, green, 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 red, green, right here. You can see that, right? When the market sold off like crazy, it looks like it's going into reversal. But we know, yeah.
Could you do me a favor? I'm sorry to ask so many questions, but On the left-hand chart, could you put the DXY? And then on the right-hand chart, could you and make that an hour? And then on the right-hand chart, could you make that the USD or Euro USD on a 1 hour?
Quick finish of praying, Ms. Roderick.
And then when you have the buy
Hey, my brother, how you
signal
doing?
on the DXY, could you match that same spot on the USD or the Euro USD?
We ain't got a good connection. I'm hearing some you say, but I ain't. Say it again.
Yeah, Bridget, can you mute
Let
that
me
person?
get
who's on
Roderick.
YouTube?
Yeah, I'm chasing down Roderick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, so here is the buy opportunity, all right, here, okay? And you wanted to sync scroll, so let's see what we got.
So when
Right.
the DXY was buying, I want to see the same signal.
On the 1 hour, on the Euro USD, on the 1 hour on the
Both of
Euro
them.
USD,
Yeah.
because on the DXY at that time, you could see on the DXY, because Euro USD, remember the USD is in front here. The DXY is just a bundle index of different currencies. But Euro USD, when USD is buying, when the USD is stronger, the Euro USD chart goes down.
I know that's exactly what I'm looking to see your signals. I know when
Right.
DXY is buying, Euro is going to be selling.
Yeah, so here it is now where it starts to buy here, okay? And
What
if we look here,
what time was that?
we did wait a second. That's 11,
Isn't it
which
still
means that
scrolling?
about 3 a.m. Or something like that. Eastern time, which is that's 4 a.m. Eastern time, which is I think that's for you guys, that's 10 a.m. for you guys.
Right.
You're in the UK, right?
I'm in the US.
US. Okay, all right. So Eastern time, that's Eastern time. That is that's 11 on the system. So take away 7. All right. So that's 4 a.m. So 4 a.m. This had sold off, and I was buying up. But you see the indicator said it's going to buy up, right? And
Right.
and then it sold off. You could see it sold off over here. You could see it sold off over here. Right? Right? You can see that, right? You can see it
No, I
sold
know.
off.
It's doing exactly what I was expecting it. I'm just looking to see how you're.
Yeah. So this gave you a sell.
This
gave you a
the
sell.
signal's right.
Yeah. So this gave you a sell, right? Red, green,
Yeah.
red. Okay. And then when it was buying up, a lot of people would have been caught trying to buy on Euro USD, thinking it was going to buy. But this is saying no, it's going to sell, and it did.
No, I see it. All right, I see what I wanted to see. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome, bro. All right, this system is boss, man. It's boss. All right, there's people. The one guy already made over $1 million, Jeff Cochran, in 7 months using this. So this is going to help you, David, and anyone else who's already a trader. This helps you to 10x your income, because it eliminates a lot of work that we would normally have to do to get the data on where the market is going. Because what the developers really done is use this BS, or the fake out indicator, to give us the fake move of the market. Because what happens is that the major banks use artificial intelligence to drive the market up. They infuse cash into it, move the market this way, but there's no intention of going it that way. And a lot of traders bite on this move and end up losing money, because the intention was always to go in the direction that it eventually went in. So this is just simply calling that out and giving us a fair position in the market, so that we're not taking positions against the trend of the market. Right? We're taking positions according to really where the market is going. And the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frames, the developer in 3 years has never seen it wrong. He's never seen it wrong. The 1 minute and the 5 minute, they're a little difficult because they're very fast. And if you're not very quick, you will go into profit and it will reverse on you. So you have to be mindful that those are going to be scalpers on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. You have to be very alert and very sharp if you're going to catch those moves, because some of them are very fast, right? They'll go into profit, and before you know it, it's back. Your profit is gone, right? So you have to be very nimble. You can't sit down and just watch it. You have to really, really, really be on top of your game like that. So thank you, David. Back to you, Bridget.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Doc. That was awesome. I'm sure some of the folks who are frequent visitors to this call would have caught some nuggets there. You know, when you watch something over and over again, more and more things come to you. The system is powerful, it's simple, anyone can use it. And the great thing is that once you get this system, you actually get a chance to be trained by the developer at this point. The first few hundred people, I mean, people are buying this, is flying off the shelf like crazy. And the first group of people who come in will get the benefit of being trained by the developer. The developer has given our company the exclusive rights to distribute this product. No one else in the world has the authority to distribute this product, what we do. Who are we? We are Xtreamfx Global Academy. We're a school. We teach people how to trade Forex. We have education packages that suit people just beginning, students, people who want to even add a bit of binary options to their education, and you pay a monthly membership to get access to thousands of dollars of education, thousands of hours of material. We have, when I say thousands of hours of material, every single week, we have educators who go in the live markets, the New York, the Asian, and the London session every single week. And the members get a guided tour to sit in the live session with our educators, ask questions and get their questions answered, get nuggets in the system, verify what they're doing is correct. Very, very priceless, guys. You'd have to pay thousands of dollars to get somebody to personally coach and mentor you. You get not one, not two, not three, but many people to help you here in our community. And of course, if you wanted the Safe to Trade program, we also have that as well. You will pay a one-time $5.99, which gives you a 1-year license. Now, guys, I don't know if you understand the power of this. Someone was on a call a couple of days ago, and when he saw how it works, he said, geez, this system should cost $10,000. And he knows that there are systems that has less capabilities than Safe to Trade does, and you have to pay upwards of $5,000, $8,000, $10,000, $15,000 for them. This, ladies and gentlemen, gives you access to this technology for a whole year. For $5.99, you're going to get custom indicators to transform your MT4 into the screen like what we have here. And once your MT4 is transformed into this beautiful screen, you will be able to use your favorite pair and find your trade. Of course, we have done something else that's special, and the developer has the availability of the scanner. The developer keeps on increasing his price. Every time he upgrades the scanner, the price goes up. Currently, he's looking to raise his price to $200 per month for access to the scanner. Understand that the scanner calls out hundreds of trades.
$200 per month from him, BB.
$200 a month, yes?
Yeah, for the all rooms. He has this way you can get, I think, 2 rooms for $50, but if you want the 6 rooms, it's $200. So we have
$200. Now, guys, imagine that. And if you're a member of Xtreamfx, you get access. I love our community and the partnerships that we have managed to garner. You're gonna get, for $75 a month, access to this scanner, guys. Hundreds of trades, not in currency only, but you get currency, indices, you get your metals, you get your crypto, you get even stocks. You want to trade Amazon and Tesla and all that? Imagine getting call outs for your major stocks as well. Guys, this is a game changer, and we only pay $75 for life. This is amazing. So once you sign up once you're a member, so you get your membership either as a student or if you want to be an ambassador for Xtreamfx, not only can you get the student information and the training for yourself, but you can tap into our referral program by referring people. And as you refer people to buy Safe to Trade and or any other product and service that we offer, as you see up there, we do have a health line of products for hydration, for mental health, for gut health, nutritional supplements, weight loss, and the rest. Whether you refer someone to our education, to our health products, any other products and services that we have, or our affiliate program, you will earn anywhere from 500 to 100,000 to $1 million a month. A lot of people have come in here and realized that they could come here and not just learn to trade, but actually generate capital. That's the other problem for people who want to learn to trade. They're learning to trade, they have to pay to learn to trade, or they're very risky on, you know, free stuff on YouTube where no one has your interest at heart. But once you learn to trade, the next thing is capital. And we know how it goes, you pay to learn. So if you are doing trading and you're losing your money, that's a problem. Well, what if you now have safety trade? So now you have a very high percentage likelihood to win. And added to that, you have a way that you can generate capital. Imagine every week you can generate an extra $100, an extra 500, an extra 1,000. Guys, we have people who can earn an extra 500, 1,000, 2,000, $5,000 a month, or $1,000 a week in this community, that you could simply take your commissions and add to your capital. That's a win-win situation, guys. Commissions earned go to your capital. Take your capital and multiply it by 3x, 5x, 10x, whatever, using safety trade. This is a very brilliant setup, and it is really, really serving a lot of people to get their foot wet and to begin to learn to trade with our education, as well as buy this add-on product, this tool called Safety Trade. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get in touch with what we're doing here, get back to the person who put you on this call. They will direct you to this page with their special referral link. You will be able to select one of our memberships. Maybe you select the affiliate membership for $168, add on Safety Trade, and ladies and gentlemen, you are all set. All right. Is there, I see God's Power Jonah has his hands raised. Jonah, do you have a question at this point I could answer for you?
All right, is on the chat box, please.
Okay. Go ahead, Jonah.
Is on the chat box.
Oh, it's in the chat box. Okay, I see. Do we have our mini futures on the scanner? That's Esther. Please, your question is in the chat box. Does STS have commodities like wheat, sugar, coffee? We do have commodities. I'm not sure about wheat and sugar, but we do have commodities. Commodities is there, metals is there, crypto is there, indices is there, stocks is there, currency is there. Dr. B, could you pull up the scanner? I can't remember seeing wheat, but we can look. Oil is there, UK oil, US oil, your gold, your silver and stuff. We'll check on that for you, Jonah.
Thank you.
Mini futures on the scanner. I'm not sure, Esther. I'm not sure we do futures too much, but there are ways that you can utilize the scanner when you get into the advanced training to be able to help you with your futures trading.
Thank you, Bridget.
So we have indices, all right? As you can see here, a load of them, all right? You could see all the wonderful indices across the world, Germany, Japan, US, well, France is there and stuff. And it tracks up to, you see it goes all the way up to the weekly time frame. So you can get follows. Yeah, even the month. I'm not seeing much monthly, but this goes up to weekly time frames. And the 1 hour and 4 hour, guys, this is a, oh man, this is like a vault of money right here. Forex peers, right? You know, see a call out. This is close market. It's open, but it's closed. All right, it's close to brokers, but it's still active, right? So there's movement happening. So that's why the system is calling them out, because the charts are still moving for the currency pairs. So you could see my mine here has a list of all the majors and minor currency pairs, but you can add exotics to the list if you want. And there's crypto. All right, so the system calling out a 1 minute sell stop on Ethereum US dollar. If you have a good enough account, you could try it out. Best to do it in your demo. All right, Bitcoin, a 1 minute trade on Bitcoin was just called out Dodge US dollar, Ethereum US dollar. You see the system is calling out tons of opportunities right now live in front of us. Ethereum US dollar was the most recent, but all of these with the R's moving are just called in the last 5 minutes by the system. So you could literally write down the pairs and go and look at it.
Safety trade alert.
All right, so 1 minute sell opportunity on Ethereum US dollar, and it's a sell opportunity was called out on Bitcoin earlier, and also on Dodge US dollar, and right? XMR US dollar as well. A sell opportunity was called out on those, and then you have the stocks. So the stocks include, I think it's about 50 or 60 stocks or more. Wow, it's a long list. All right. So for those who trade stocks, you could clean up here, man. You could literally clean up here. Right? US stocks. All right. Call out and those. All right. All right. And you could narrow it down. It's too much for you. Narrow your dashboard down to the ones you want by simply going to home. Home is right here. You click home, you click my symbols, and then you could check the ones you want it to send you messages on. All right, and then save it. And then you could also select time frames. If you only want, if you could go back to here, you see where it says my time frames. You could select the time frames you want the system to send you trades on. So if you do not like the 1 minute and 5 minute trades, just uncheck those boxes, and you could leave the 1 hour, the 15 minute, 30 minute, depends on what you like. Because some people do not like the 1 minute and 5 minute because they're too fast. All right. And it's fine, because when you with the 30 minutes and the 1 hour, you set those and you're just going about your business. You don't have to sit down on the chart and look at anything. But the 1 minute and 5 minute is really good for people who are scalping, who want to earn some right now money. Is very good for that. And then, but yeah, okay, Bridget. I hope I covered everything. All right. You're muted.
Where am I? Yes. Okay. Yes. Right. So a combination of asset classes there. I didn't see wheat, but there's a ton there for you to trade. I don't think you can run out of things to trade, Jonah. Loads of stuff to trade. And things are added all the time. You know, at the beginning of last year, December, there was no cryptocurrency. The developer added cryptocurrency as at the beginning of this year, and it's been a disclaimer in place. Really 100% win. It hasn't lost a cryptocurrency trade. In fact, under our time frame, there's hardly any. This thing calls it out pretty near darn perfect under our time frame. So, you know, it's very powerful, guys. If you see it, you like it, you need it, the person who invited you to this call can connect you to the Xtreamfx platform. And it takes literally 5 minutes for you to create a username and a password, stick your email in there, choose the package that you'd like, put your credit card in there, and you are a member of Xtreamfx. You go in your shopping cart, you add your safety trade, and off you go to the races, ladies and gentlemen. In the process, it takes about a couple of days to get your things all set up to a week. There is a process. You have to learn the system, and then you're going to get your appointment. Once you have all the requirements in place, your live account is up and running, and all these other preliminary things is done. You're going to get an appointment with the developer to get a fully trained. You get trained, and you can record the training, watch it over and over, practice it, master it, and begin to trade safely and make unlimited income, really. So go ahead and get your system, ladies and gentlemen. We're here every day at 4 o'clock. Monday through Saturday, and on a Sunday on this very line at 5 p.m. If you want to get a full idea about everything we do in Xtreamfx, definitely pop on to our 8 o'clock presentation. And if you want to, Monday to Friday, and if you want to learn about our health products, we have a special health presentation at 9 p.m. every Thursday with Dr. Linda Rogers-Brown. She is a cancer survivor. She has been using these products for over 12 years, and she does an excellent training on the effects of good quality water or bad quality water on your body, gut health, and things she has been doing to remain healthy for the last 12 years. It's a really great presentation. You can get the information from the person who put you on this call as well. If you have gut health and acid reflux and all kind of these challenges, you're gonna want to know about the products that we have here. Learn about them on Thursday. Learn about our whole program tonight at 8 and every night at 8 on our Wealth Zoom line. I thank you all for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. If there are no more questions, we'll be back here tomorrow. Feel free to bring a guest or two, anyone who you love, like, and care about, who you think could benefit from advancing their trading skill and their trading results using our products and services and getting help from our community. We'll be happy to share with them just as good as we shared with you today. And we look forward to welcoming everyone into our community. There's no reason why so much money is made every single day by people who know, and the people who don't know simply slay and struggle. There's no need to struggle anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We are shedding a light, and we want to invite you and your friends to come and understand how you can powerfully take charge of your trade results going forward. I am Bridget Buckner. You also heard from Dr. Harry Benjamin, one of the top leaders and producers here in our Xtreamfx community. And we are just so happy to share with you. Thank you all for your attention. See you again tomorrow or tonight, depending if we see you on 8 o'clock call. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
You're so welcome. Take care, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Good night.
Bye, Esther. Bye, James.
Bye.
Bye, David. Thank you, David, for
Thank you.
thanks, David, for participating. We appreciate your questions. I hope you got everything that you need to make a good decision today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
You're so welcome. Bye, Frankie and James.
Thank you very
Owumo
much.
and Marie, Millie.
Thank you very much. Good
Have a
night.
good night, everybody. Take care.
Good night. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the presentation.